This morning, experts say the U.S. economy is holding strong, but the government shutdown and rising tariffs is putting that to the test.
Plus, new details in a deadly crash on the Beltline that claimed the life of a Madison man.
And a special honor at the state capitol with a personal connection for our team here at News 3 Now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Thursday. I'm Kyrian Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thank you for joining us. We've got another rainy, gloomy start.
Yeah, but I will. Sorry, I was taken aback because you said you'd rather see snow.
What?
I just had no
Something
words.
wrong with that?
Just a little bit. We're talking about rain here. Let's not switch it up a little.
Let us know. Would you
100%.
rather see a warm rain or a cold, wet snow?
It's not warm.
70 degrees
Oh,
is
seven.
warm?
Okay.
Warm rain. There you go. That's my
I don't
answer.
know. I'd
I'm ready
rather
for
deal
it.
with that.
You
As
can
long
tell.
as we don't have thunderstorms, that's welcomed. I don't know about snow, but we're going to have to wait a while until we see snow because we're still tracking pretty mild weather, including this morning. But we do have widespread showers that stretch from Dubuque, Platteville, Prairie du Chien, Viroqua up towards Black River Falls. The heaviest of the rain that's basically across Grant County, moving eastward near Apple River, Shullsburg, southwest of Darlington, across Hazel Green, Cuba City, Platteville, and Dickeyville. Those areas specifically are dealing with pretty heavy showers along County Road H, and more specifically, these two areas that see that dark green and yellow along U.S. Highway 61 and 151 and County Road H. The movement on these are still east-southeast, and then even more showers. These are light to moderate, not quite as heavy as the ones I just showed on radar, basically near South Lancaster, Little Grant, Mount Hope. And then we do have that other area near Soldiers Grove, Viroqua, stretching further, basically just north near La Crosse, outside of our immediate viewing area. Temperatures, those are mild. We're sitting in the actual 50s right now across most area. A couple of us are down to the upper 40s, and then we will see highs reach the mid 60s. So that's mild, but not as warm as what we're tracking for Friday or Saturday. Those details are coming up.
Thank you, Savannah. At the top of the hour here, we're taking a live look at the White House, continuing our coverage of the government shutdown and its impact on the economy.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the shutdown is slowing the U.S. economy, estimating a loss of about $15 billion per week. Many experts say tariffs had already been pressuring the economy before the shutdown. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says the shutdown could make it harder for the Fed to track inflation and overall economic data.
We'll start to miss that data, and particularly the October data. If this goes on for a while, they won't be collecting it, and it could become more challenging.
A new IMF report predicts the shutdown will contribute to slower economic growth in the U.S. compared to the rest of the world in the coming months.
Major airports across the country are refusing to play a new partisan video from Homeland Security. In the video, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem talks about possible delays at airports after the government shutdown. Now, here's the partisan part. She blames it all on Democrats. News 3 Now asked the Dane County Regional Airport if the video will play here. They said they're not playing the video on screens operated by airport staff. Officials also mentioned that TSA does lease space inside the airport. Their TSA is allowed to put up signs or videos from the federal government. Dane County travelers say they have yet to notice any major delays here in Madison.
I don't really feel any kind of way about it because as long as I get to fly to where I need to go for work, then it's kind of outside of my realm, I guess.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about this shutdown and the way you're...
Get back to work. That's what I gotta say. Get back to work. All of you. I don't care. RD's eyes. Get back to work.
Thousands of employees who work for the FAA and TSA have been working without pay since October 1st.
Now to an update on the Beltline crash ejecting a man from his vehicle over the weekend. Police identified him as 46-year-old Balford Reed, who died at the scene. Crews responded early Sunday morning on the eastbound Beltline between Gammon and Mineral Point. A forensic examination confirmed Reed died from injuries sustained in the crash. The investigation into his death is ongoing.
We also now know who died recently in a car crash in the town of Dane. Authorities say James Preve, a 69-year-old Lodi man, died at the scene on State Highway 113 near Lee Road. A car crossed the center line Saturday and hit his vehicle head on. The 67-year-old woman was taken to the hospital. The crash remains under investigation.
A Madison security guard is facing multiple charges after allegedly pulling a gun on someone while on duty. Police arrested 21-year-old Jacob Knowlton after a September incident. Police say video shows him drawing a firearm. He faces charges including recklessly endangering safety, false imprisonment, and disorderly conduct while armed. Knowlton was the president and CEO of Knight Public Safety. The company says he has temporarily stepped down. The company's interim CEO, Kevin Brooks, says they will, quote, continue to prioritize the safety, trust, and satisfaction of our clients and community partners as our highest responsibility.
Israel receives the bodies of 2 more hostages this morning as Hamas says they've returned all remains that the terrorist group could recover. The bodies of 19 other people are still somewhere in Gaza, including 2 Americans. Israel resumed preparations to get aid supplies into Gaza only after those bodies were returned. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry confirms it has received 45 Palestinian bodies from Israel.
It's important for us, for the whole country, for the whole people in Israel, that people will come to their grave.
Meantime, the terrorist group is retaining power and fear on the Gaza Strip. Graphic video shows public executions of those accused of collaborating with Israeli forces. Part of President Trump's 20-point peace plan is getting weapons out of the hands of Hamas. Hamas has rejected calls to disarm. Federal hiring now has to align with President Trump's agenda. That's the directive of a new executive order that gives presidential appointees oversight. It also continues a federal hiring freeze in place since the president took office. It requires agencies to form strategic hiring committees to approve job creation or vacancies and prepare annual staffing plans. All hiring must follow a merit-based plan from the Office of Personnel Management, which bars consideration of race or gender in hiring.
President Trump is involved in plans for a new Triumphal Arch monument in Washington, D.C. Trump personally came up with a design to commemorate the country's 250th anniversary next summer. Small models have been made resembling France's Arc de Triomphe, The monument would be placed in a traffic circle near the Arlington Memorial Bridge. Funding and construction of the project is still unclear.
More news out of D.C. this morning. The Supreme Court is debating your voting rights and the power of states to draw new district maps. The U.S. Supreme Court is hearing arguments on a Voting Rights Act provision. 6 conservative justices may limit districts favoring minority voters, targeting a black majority district in Louisiana. Lawyers argue it relies too much on race. A ruling for Louisiana could let legislators redraw maps affecting black and Latino districts. A decision is expected by June.
In more local news this morning, 2 funding bills to support Wisconsin's EMS industry are now headed to Governor Tony Evers. The bills would use more than $7 million from the state budget for recruitment, training, and up-to-date technology. The legislation also changes Medicaid patient transport reimbursements, giving EMS providers equal rates for treating and transporting patients.
The increase in no transport reimbursements from Medicaid will be phenomenal. The numbers were in that bill, right? That really, it's not even a small number, but it's at least doubling what we get for a no transport fee.
The bills also provide training reimbursements for EMS providers and crews and let municipalities use more of their funds to support local districts. Sun Prairie East and West High Schools are among the nation's top performing high schools. The 2025-26 U.S. News and World Report Best High Schools rankings evaluating nearly 18,000 public high schools across the country. Both Sun Prairie schools ranked in the top 20% nationwide, highlighting strong graduation rates, college readiness, and success in advanced courses. District leaders credit students, educators, and the community for their commitment to excellence and equity.
Halloween less than 3 weeks away, and News 3 Now and Channel3000.com are here to help. Our breakdown of all trick-or-treating times in our area is now live online. The city of Madison doesn't have official trick-or-treat times, but they do recommend between 4 and 8 p.m. on the 31st, which is a Friday this year, so that's nice. To find times in your community, head to Channel3000.com. Don't you love it when Halloween's on a Friday?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for parents out there. I know my kiddos are so little, we take it pretty easy. So we hit up all the trunk or treats early on, then a little bit on the day of. So
yeah, it's nice to have a day off after
Exactly.
Halloween, especially for us working the morning shift. Well, we got the whole crew here because Josh's husband was just honored this week for his work as a first responder here in Wisconsin.
You guys ran the story yesterday morning, but I wanted to have a couple of seconds to talk about it this morning. So this week, UW-Madison police officer Derek Austin was named a Wisconsin First Responder of the Year. Assembly District 77 Representative Maya recognized him in the Assembly chambers for his dedication to excellent service in the community. I got to be there. You can see his parents as well. His department leaders at UWPD were also there to honor him as well. Congratulations to him and all the other awardees across the Badger State for their heroism in our communities. You know, this was such a wonderful event just to see and hear the stories, because these are stories that a lot of people don't know at home. And unfortunately, in today's age, you see a lot of the bad stuff online, but there are so many good things that these first responders are doing every single day. So I was proud to see my hubby recognized. It was, you know, bittersweet, very, very emotional day.
I can imagine. Oh man. It's so well deserved for all of the work he does. You know, these people who put their lives on the line every single day for us, they typically don't like that recognition, right? How's Derek handling it all? You know, it's they don't like the spotlight, right? So if you actually go to my Facebook page, you can see and hear a response from him, and that's exactly what it was. You know, he was recognized by Representative Maya because he was one of the first to respond to the ALCS shooting last December. I mean, he was one of the first ones inside rendering aid to victims. I mean, the stuff that he saw that day, he'll never unsee. And then his dog, K9 Mabby, cleared the building. So, I mean, these are people that every single day are keeping us safe and helping out the public, and a lot of times people will not see that. So it's stuff that they see, again, that we would never even think about seeing, that they deal with every single day and they have to live with.
Yes, I'm saying it's a lot to carry and pack at home, but
It is.
We're so very proud of Derek.
But how awesome. It was amazing to see Republicans and Democrats in the state capitol. I got to catch up with so many of them. If they're like, there's one thing we can agree on, it's lifting these first responders up. And it gave me chills. I love that.
So yeah, so that gives you goosebumps.
It does. It really does.
Congratulations to Derek.
Yes.
I'm happy to have somebody like you in his corner.
Oh,
yes.
Got to be proud about him. That's for sure.
The best. Love it.
Well, guys, we are tracking some showers on radar right now. That's the big story this morning. And some of these, basically all of them, are moving east-southeast, but we don't have any lightning, no storms, but there are some pockets of heavier showers not reaching Madison or Dane County. All of these are directly up near Camp Douglas, stretching all the way down to Platteville. We've got some pretty heavy showers that we're tracking, and we'll time all of those out and when they're expected to travel further east, including here in the city of Madison coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
Well, the Badgers are on that losing streak, and it doesn't get any easier. They're taking on top-ranked Ohio State this Saturday. We're going to hear from head coach Luke Fickell on what the team is focusing on.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are working for the weekend in the 608.
Josh Fighter is live in studio this morning with the Weekend Planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We've already hit the halfway point of October, and with the leaves finally changing, it's time to get outside. Here are your 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. Off-road enthusiasts will hit the trails again this weekend as part of the 16th annual Southern Wisconsin Guided Trail Rides. On Saturday, riders can expect a scenic loop through private Dane County land beginning in Ashton. There are field crossings, wooded areas, and trails for every skill level. You can be on any motorized thing you can think of: ATVs, UTVs, mini bikes. Just have that safety gear. The event runs from 10 to 5, weather permitting. Then bikers get the opportunity to hit those same trails on Sunday. Just look for the story on channel3000.com for more information. Halloween fun is taking over Schumacher Farm Park this weekend in Waunakee. Saturday from 4 to 8, families can explore a witch's house, enjoy games, crafts, and marshmallow roasting, even take a spooky wagon ride through the fields. Live entertainment includes the Waunakee High School Fiddle Band and a magic show inside the historic barn. Kids can get their faces painted, try balloon art, or visit the Center for Rural History for more activities. All proceeds benefit the prairie restoration and community programs at the farm. For more ideas this weekend in the 608, just go to this story on channel3000.com.
Of course, lots to do always in the 608.
Good stuff this morning. Josh, we know you'll be busy.
Oh, yeah.
Josh is always looking for ideas to run for in the 608. If you have an idea for him, reach out and let him know about it.
Let's check in now with Savannah, still tracking that radar this morning.
Yeah, we've got an active radar, rain moving into areas southeast of Platteville, stretching all the way up to Prairie du Chien and into Black River Falls. We do have some pockets of heavier showers that we're dealing with near Shullsburg, basically Hazel Green and up towards Cuba City. This is an area that we're dealing with moderate showers, basically just to the southeast of Jenkinsville along County Highway 1 and County Road O. But this is the heaviest shower that we're tracking directly west of Hazel Green. The movement on these showers are east-southeast. That's the direction that we're going to see these headed towards. And that is just along County Road Z, east of that area and southeast of Jamestown. Ellensboro, North Lancaster, and then all these areas up towards Boscobel, Soldiers Grove, and then stretching up towards Viroqua, dealing with those scattered showers. Eventually, we're going to see that track continue to move southeast and move into other areas across southern Wisconsin. That's going to affect most of the day. 53 right now with cloudy skies in Madison, calm winds. That'll change as the warm front moves over our area. That's going to lift north, and that's actually going to be the focal point on why we're going to be so warm tomorrow, but also pretty breezy. This is 8:30 this morning. That's when that line will continue to move southeast, and that moves into Madison, and we will have scattered showers at least through mid to late afternoon, if not into the early evening. This is 3:30 p.m. Pretty much after that point in time, we dry up. Temperatures are not going to fall that much overnight, and then we'll reach the 70s tomorrow across the majority of the area. That's the warm front lifting north and some showers that we see after that. I think most of the day tomorrow is going to be dry. As we head closer to the evening, though, up near Watoma, and then also by Prairie du Chien and La Crosse, those areas could see showers at least around 6 to 7 p.m. for Friday night lights and games. But I think most of us see that rain hold off until early Saturday morning. It will be widespread. There'll be plenty of pockets of heavier showers and even some isolated non-severe thunderstorms. This is 7:30 in the morning, pretty widespread across the Dells, Madison areas stretching towards Janesville, and also Watertown and Waukesha. That'll continue with the cold front moving in, and that'll be the reason behind the big drop in temperatures Saturday and Sunday through the majority of the afternoon and even the early evening hours. You saw that band move in with the cold front. This is now 6 p.m. and finally seeing clearing as far as the rain goes after that southeast of Madison. But I think the Badgers game is looking pretty rainy right now, breezy, and then that cold front will drop us to 58 tomorrow or on Sunday, the day after that.
We'll have something to blame the loss on.
Exactly. The rain.
Yeah, well, Badger football does continue to struggle after that blowout loss to Iowa. The Badgers have dropped 4 straight and now face 3 top 10 teams in their remaining schedule. Head coach Luke Fickell prepares his team for Saturday.
For me to sit here and worry about all those other things, there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough energy in the day. So the focus for me and for our staff is on the guys inside that locker room and doing everything we can to make sure that we keep that thing rolling.
You can watch that game Saturday, 2:30 right here on WISC TV.
All right, well, still ahead, the new issue of Madison Magazine drops today. We're talking with the editor to get a preview of what you can expect. Welcome back. The new issue of Madison Magazine drops this morning.
It does. And we've got Andy Bailing, Madison Magazine editor, here this morning to talk all about it. We've got a list this month. What's the list and how did it come together?
Yeah, so this is 50 dining destinations here in Wisconsin. So we spend a lot of time covering Madison's dining scene, which we love.
Yeah, so these are all across the state?
But these are all across the state.
Nice.
So it's kind of half road trip, half dining destination story. So it's 50 restaurants. Me and Emma Waldinger, our food editor, kind of tag teamed this. But we reached out to dozens of local chefs and other people in the food scene, and then also did a little of our own research, which was very fun, and going to a couple of places and curated this list of 50 restaurants from fine dining to markets and bakeries. And it's a really fun list to look through if you're looking for a place to jump in the car and have a really good dinner.
Okay, so what do you guys kind of get into when you're taking a look at this list here? Like, what can people see? Like, is it the eats, the vibes? What are we explaining?
It's both. Yeah, it's both. There are some places that it's like you kind of have to explain the vibe. One of them that I went to, actually, I just was there a couple weekends ago, Peltier's Fish Boil in Door County. Oh my God, that atmosphere to experience
What
a
a tough
fish boil.
assignment.
Very
Yeah.
tough
Oh,
assignment.
man.
Very
Yeah,
tough
right.
assignment. Yeah, but then there's others that it's really about the food and the sourcing, and we get into the chef's story. Morel in Milwaukee was another one that I went to. I went to Love Child in La Crosse that I had never heard of, and that is a fantastic restaurant. And it's these places that you're like, man, now I wish all these places were in Madison, but it is kind of fun to get in your car and
experience the whole state, right? I think, you said it. We do love our own community and we love to find new spots here. But, especially like in the fall, there's something about fall where you want to get out and like have a little road trip. Maybe you want to go up north and see the colors. You've got like spots in Eau Claire on this list, spots in Stevens Point, beautiful communities. So if you're looking to get out and try a fantastic restaurant, they got some spots on this list too. Can't wait to see what else is in the magazine. We know one of our News 3 Now staffers has been working on an excellent piece on political violence that is in this issue as well.
It is. Maggie Degnan has done an incredible job of reporting this story. That it touches, it's a national story, but it's also a very local story.
It's close to home.
Yeah.
All right, so you can get that issue starting this morning.
This morning, yep.
This morning.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, want to thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All the details on channel3000.com.
This morning, the U.S. Senate preparing another crucial vote to reopen the government, and a new court ruling shakes up the shutdown.
Plus, a scooter fire in Madison sparks new warnings from firefighters. What you need to know to stay safe.
And the City of Madison launching a new digital tool, how you can see where the city spends your tax dollars. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning, 6:30. Hope you're up and at 'em.
Here we go. It's going to be hard to get out of bed this morning. It's just been so gloomy and rainy. We got some more rain on the way. Savannah, we got any sunshine in the forecast to break us out of this pattern?
Not at all really today. We might see maybe a little bit of sunshine try to peek through those thicker clouds later this evening right before sunset, but I think we're going to be pretty cloudy going forward. And not only this morning, but there's multiple chances of rain that we still have to get through tomorrow, Friday, and parts off and on of Saturday. We'll time all that out. Right now, early this morning anyways, we have that line that stretches south of Black River Falls and basically all the way down to Platteville early this morning. That is all moving east-southeast as far as the motion goes on these showers. Some pockets of heavier rain, those are basically stretching from Cuba City, near Shullsburg, up near Hazel Green, and then towards Bosca, Bell, Haney, Soldiers Grove, basically seeing those heavier showers move out of here, and then also up near the Camp Douglas area. Camp Douglas will eventually see some showers move in within the next few hours. We're looking at Madison, I would say between about 7:45 and 8:45, that first line reaching Madison, with temperatures that will hover in the mid-60s later this afternoon. But yeah, we'll time everything else out over the next couple of days coming up.
Savannah, thank you. This morning, the U.S. Senate is set to vote for a 10th time on funding bills to reopen the federal government. This comes as thousands of federal workers have received layoff notices, and the Trump administration says more could be on the way.
The White House Management and Budget Director echoing that statement, saying that upwards of 10,000 additional workers could now receive notices. However, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from firing federal employees during the stalemate, saying the move appears to be politically motivated and likely illegal. Meanwhile, a CDC scientist is now speaking out about the agency's recent layoffs and how they may endanger public health.
It's truly like an episode of Squid Game. It's going to impede our ability to respond to public health outbreaks.
The Health and Human Services Department spokesperson claiming the layoffs target bloated bureaucracy for positions designated non-essential by their departments.
The government program WIC has received a $300 million lifeline, keeping it operating for the next few weeks. WIC provides food assistance and services to nearly 7 million pregnant women, new mothers, and young children. The Trump administration announced last week it would use tariff revenue to fund the program. But if the shutdown continues into November, these benefits could again be at risk. In some local news this morning, the Wisconsin DNR and Sauk County Sheriff's Office are once again asking for your help in finding John Smutcher's killer, excuse me.
Roughly 5 years ago, Schmutzer was murdered while he was walking alone at Devil's Lake State Park. Recently, investigators learned about a double homicide that happened in July of last year at a state park in Arkansas. A suspect was arrested and charged, and while there's no confirmed connection between the two cases, investigators are reviewing all the information before they can rule it out. If you have any information about Schmutzer's death, contact Sauk County Crime Stoppers.
New this morning, the Madison Fire Department is releasing details on an electric scooter fire and issuing safety reminders about lithium-ion batteries. The fire happened Monday night on Lawrence Street. Firefighters say the caller had moved the scooter away from a camper and covered it with a grill cover. Crews were able to extinguish the fire. This comes amid an increase in lithium-ion battery fires across the nation, prompting the Madison Fire Department officials to send out some quick safety tips. They say never charge devices inside or near flammable materials. Always use the manufacturer's charger with UL certification. Never use damaged batteries and recycle old and damaged batteries properly. In national news this morning, the man arrested in connection with the deadly Palisades fire in LA is now facing new federal charges.
If convicted of all charges, he now faces up to 45 years in prison. A federal grand jury indicted Jonathan Rinderknecht on 2 additional federal charges. He was already facing one related to the January fire that decimated the Pacific Palisades area and killed 12 people. The 29-year-old made his initial appearance in Orlando court last week and will appear in front of an LA judge soon.
Bank of America is facing a class action lawsuit over alleged ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, says she was abused by Epstein over an 8-year period. The lawsuit claims she was instructed to open a bank account, which Epstein and his accountant used to transfer money, and that the bank did not report the transactions as suspicious until after Epstein's death in 2019. The case seeks unspecified damages. A spokesperson for Bank of America declined to comment.
Turning now to some more local news. If you live in Madison, you now have a new way to see where your tax dollars are going.
The Finance Department has launched a mobile-friendly digital budget book for the 2026 proposed budget. Let's take a look here. The tool includes easy navigation, dynamic charts, and custom PDF options, making it simple to explore budgets, revenues, and spending priorities. The mayor says it clarifies the city's financial priorities. The finance director calls it a step toward transparency and engagement. The city also released its first popular annual financial report to make finances easier to understand.
Meanwhile, the state wrapped up its 2025 fiscal year with $4.6 billion in surplus. It's roughly $265 million higher than expected. Governor Evers says the state's fiscal health remains strong despite national uncertainty, pointing to record savings and steady tax growth. Officials credit responsible budgeting and continued economic strength for the positive outlook.
Billions of birds die each year from window collisions, often in our own neighborhoods. Sustainable U is offering a chance to change that. Tonight at 6 at the Middleton Public Library, a bird expert from the Southern Wisconsin Bird Alliance will share practical tips to make your home and community safer. Learn why collisions happen, easy do-it-yourself fixes like decals or cords, and even longer-term solutions like bird-friendly glass. And fall is in full swing, and that means the famous Sunburst chairs at the Memorial Union will soon be headed into winter storage. The Union plans to pack up the green, orange, and yellow Sunburst chairs on October 27th. First placed on campus in 1933, the chairs have become an iconic symbol of the Wisconsin Union. While the chairs will be missed, the Union will keep offering dining options in hundreds of indoor and outdoor events, including a winter carnival visit from Lady Liberty, February 5th through the 7th.
Yeah, a sign of the changing seasons, that's for sure. Finally bringing in those chairs and looking ahead to the fabulous Wisconsin winters.
Yes, just embrace it.
There you
It's
go.
coming. Yes.
Am I finally rubbing off on you?
No, but I kind of have no choice here, so that's where we're going with it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Guys, speaking of
yeah,
fall, I wanted
look
to
at
show
that.
this because we're finally seeing that deeper orange get further into Dane County and even some of Greene County now as well. That's near peak color. You're seeing more and more of that fall color, those leaves changing. So make sure that you get outside, view those changing leaves because it's not going to be too much longer that we see that. We're going to see breezy conditions and lots of rain over the next couple of days that will continue to blow some of those leaves off. We have all these showers that are stretching basically just west of Monroe through Platteville, Prairie du Chien, and then also Camp Douglas. Some of these are actually breaking up, but that's ahead of the warm front that'll lift in much warmer air tomorrow and Saturday afternoon. We'll talk about all the other showers we're going to see over the next couple of days.
Sounds good, Savannah. Coming up after the break, a new recall on certain types of ready rice, which packages are impacted, and where they were sold.
And we're also working for the weekend in the 608 this morning. I'll have your 3 things to do when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. It's Thursday, which means we're working for the weekend in the 608 this morning.
That's right. Josh Breider live in studio with your weekend planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We've already hit the halfway point of October, and with the leaves finally changing, it is time to get outside. Here are your 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. Off-road enthusiasts will hit the trails again this weekend as part of the 16th annual Southern Wisconsin Guided Trail Rides. On Saturday, riders can expect a scenic loop through private Dane County land beginning in Ashton. There are field crossings, wooded areas, and trails for every skill level. ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, mini bikes, you name it, they are welcome with safety gear required. That event runs from 10 to 5. Then bikers get an opportunity to hit those same trails on Sunday. Fall Fun is back in downtown Sun Prairie. This Saturday, families can enjoy a full day celebrating the season. Cannery Square will be packed with a farmer's market, live music, and activities for all ages. Highlights include a pie baking contest, pumpkin decorating, and chili cook-off, and scarecrow displays throughout downtown. Local businesses will also be offering special deals, treats, and giveaways. This event is free, running from 7 to 4, with some activities at a small cost. Halloween fun is taking over Schumacher Farm Park this weekend in Waunakee. This is happening Saturday from 4 to 8. Families can explore a witch's house, enjoy games, crafts, and marshmallow roasting, even take a spooky wagon ride through the fields. Live entertainment includes the Waunakee High School Fiddle Band and a magic show inside the historic barn. Kids can get their faces painted, try balloon art, or visit the Center for Rural History for more activities. All proceeds benefit prairie restoration and community programs at the farm. For more ideas this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. Little Friday, we're almost there, guys.
Yes, and this list was perfect because we're starting to, narrow down some fall things to do. So
And you better get them in here in the next couple of weeks.
I know. I feel like we're running out of time because we've been out of town here and there, but now I'm locking in.
And the leaves, like our backyard right now, it is like it's starting to look great.
Gorgeous.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Just gorgeous. Need some sunshine.
I know.
Really
That's the only thing.
All right, good stuff. Josh, appreciate it, buddy.
You bet.
Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it. 6:43, Americans are expected to spend an average of $114 a person this Halloween. That adds up to about $13.1 billion, a record high. Candy, of course, a popular purchase. Spending on candy is $3.9 billion this year. Survey finds Americans are going to spend more than $4 billion on costumes. And decorations will also exceed $4 billion. As for when and where to buy your Halloween supplies, discount stores are a top destination. Nearly half of shoppers started tackling their list in September or earlier this year.
Jif peanut butter maker J.M. Smucker Company is suing grocery chain Trader Joe's in federal court. Smucker claims Trader Joe's new round crustless peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too closely mimic its Uncrustables brand in design and packaging. The lawsuit also says Trader Joe's blue packaging infringes on Smucker's trademarks. The company is requesting Trader Joe's stop using the branding and destroy the affected products before paying Smucker multiple fees.
Ben's Original recalling certain ready rice batches. It comes after small natural stones were found that could cause injury. The recall includes long grain white, whole grain brown, and long grain wild rice with Best By dates of August 26. The products were sold at Target, Amazon, and Piggly Wiggly. No injuries or illnesses reported, but consumers should not eat the products and contact Ben's Original Consumer Care.
Take a look at this. Lay's, the top-selling potato chip brand in the U.S., has redesigned its bagging here. As you can see, now it has rebranded with saying made with real potatoes on the front of the bags now. And they're also saying that they're taking away artificial flavors and colors from its core products in the U.S. by the end of the year. Now, some chip varieties have also been reformulated with avocado and olive oil.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing on all the air.
Yeah, nothing about more chips in the bag, so don't expect that. But there is some new rebranding, so take a look there.
It's so good.
Yes.
It's hard
So
to just want
different
it
from
is.
the OG.
I know. Kind of takes the originality away, but you know, hey,
That's
gotta
quite the
upgrade.
change. Yeah, well, guys, might need some comfort chips or food in general this morning because yet again, we have more showers. These are moving east-southeast now, stretching from areas just west of Monroe, Platteville, across Grant County, up near Prairie du Chien, now entering areas near Lone Rock, Viroqua, and almost Camp Douglas at this point this morning. Light to moderate showers. We don't necessarily have super heavy areas of rain. We were seeing a lot of yellow, or at least a couple pockets of yellow earlier this morning. Now, not so much. These are all southwest of Gratiot near Apple River, Shullsburg up near Darlington, and then stretching up near Platteville. These are, again, light to moderate showers too near Fenimore, and then all the way up to basically areas that are near Steuben, south of Haney, Richland Center, and then close to Camp Douglas, still southwest, and then also northwest up near Toma. That's basically almost outside of our immediate viewing area, closer to La Crosse. Let's plan out your day. Still expecting scattered showers at least through mid to late afternoon, maybe even into dinner time. I think by dinner time, most of us should gradually see the rain move out. Skies are still going to be mostly cloudy. Maybe a little bit of sunshine trying to peek through those clouds as we get closer to 6 p.m. But temperatures will be pretty nice. We're at 53 right now, 60 at lunchtime, and 65. That's our high for the day. So this deep low pressure system actually bringing some snow currently across areas well to our southwest, parts of Utah, and then basically Colorado, those higher elevations. But our focal point's this warm front. That's going to make our conditions cloudy, much warmer as that warm front does track closer to southern Wisconsin. We'll be dealing with the off and on showers then through the majority of the day. This is now dinner time. Most of us are going to still see some rain northeast of Madison, but the rest of us drying out. And you can see some pockets of maybe a little bit of sunshine. As that warm front continues to move further northeast, that's going to warm us up a lot. Tonight, temperature is going to stay near 60, and then into tomorrow afternoon, we're still expecting dry conditions at this point in time. The rain's basically going to be northwest or northeast of that warm front, but we are going to also turn pretty breezy. Ahead of the cold front, that's when shower chances are going to return. I think most football games tomorrow night look pretty good, unless you're traveling far across central Wisconsin or up near La Crosse. Those areas have the better chance of seeing some spotty showers. This is 8:30 p.m. And then the showers will increase in coverage and intensity as that cold front approaches the area. This is Saturday at 10 in the morning. I don't think that midday time frame looking quite as dry anymore. So if you're heading to the Badgers game, a rain jacket, rain boots, probably going to need those. Temperatures are going to be warm. So it'll be a warm rain. We'll be near 70, and then we're all the way down to 58 only on Sunday.
All right. You've been warned. Thanks, Savannah. Speaking of the Badgers, oral arguments between UW-Madison and the University of Miami are now underway. UW is alleging that Miami knowingly convinced one of their football players, Xavier Lucas, to abandon a lucrative NIL contract to come play for Miami this season. UW is seeking unspecified monetary damages and a declaration that Miami's conduct constituted tampering.
Miami's main argument is that it is mere speculation that there was any contact between its representatives and Mr. Lucas before he decided to transfer. Miami also contends it is mere speculation that Miami was talking to Lucas's mother or Miami-based high school coach. I disagree.
Now, lawyers on both sides have to come to an agreement on what the limited discovery phase of the lawsuit will look like. If they can't do that by the end of the month, the judge will decide.
Meanwhile, Wisconsin football struggles continue after a 37-0 loss to Iowa last Saturday. The Badgers have dropped 4 straight games and face 3 top 10 teams in their remaining schedule. Head coach Luke Fickell prepares his team for #1 ranked Ohio State this Saturday at Camp Randall.
For me to sit here and worry about all those other things, there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough energy in the day. So the focus for me and for our staff is on the guys inside that locker room and doing everything we can to make sure that we keep that thing rolling.
The Badgers haven't beaten Ohio State since 2010. Wisconsin now sits at 2-4. The Buckeyes visit Madison Saturday afternoon. You can watch the game right here on WISC TV at 2:30.
Sure can.
All right. So hopefully they can make a comeback.
Wouldn't that be
It would be
great?
nice. Nice little upset.
That would be an excellent thing.
Yes.
It would be great.
So hang
not
tight.
going to hold my breath, but hey, At least we have the weather to blame it on if the Badgers do lose.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Well, coming up in the morning sprint, where Wisconsin stands compared to other states when it comes to college affordability.
And we want to wish a happy 3rd birthday to Romeo. Happy birthday, buddy. We're back right after this. .654, time for the morning sprint.
The Wisconsin DNR and Sauk County Sheriff's Office are once again asking your help in solving a 5-year-old murder case. John Schmutzker was murdered while walking alone at Devil's Lake State Park. Recently, investigators arrested and charged someone in a double homicide at an Arkansas state park, but say they have not yet identified or confirmed connection between the incidents. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Sauk County Crime Stoppers.
In Israel, funerals held for the first of the deceased Israeli hostages returned this week as part of the ceasefire deal. It comes as the Red Cross received the remains of what Hamas claims are 2 more hostages who died in captivity. Hamas says it has now handed over all Israeli hostage remains in Gaza that it's been able to recover, and that special equipment will be needed to find the remaining bodies.
The Supreme Court hearing a case that could impact the Voting Rights Act and could affect the balance of power in the House. The case stems around Louisiana's newest second majority black district and if it violated the 1965 Civil Rights Act. If the court rules in favor of Louisiana, it's believed that districts could be redrawn to benefit Republicans nationwide.
A federal judge temporarily blocking the White House from carrying out its latest round of federal employee layoffs. Yesterday's ruling came in response to the administration's attempt to fire more than 4,000 employees last week amidst the government shutdown. The Senate is expected to vote again today on a measure to reopen the government.
A new study finds Wisconsin ranks 46th nationwide in college affordability. None of the state's 4-year public universities and only 2 technical schools are considered affordable. Experts say tuition assistance programs could help close the gap and keep higher education within reach for Wisconsin families.
City of Madison launching a new site to showcase where your tax dollars are going. The new mobile-friendly digital budget books gives users a quick glance at how the budget's being split up by services and priorities. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says the move will help build trust between the city and its residents.
Well, we're still dealing with rain west of Madison. Those showers will reach us within the next couple of hours. We'll be dry most of tomorrow. By Friday night into Saturday, that's when you can expect widespread rain to move in. That'll be with the cold front. That'll drop us all the way down to 58 on Sunday, but temperatures will be all right Friday and Saturday, 70s.
All right, so those temps for Saturday slowly inching up, I see there.
Yeah, I think 70, we might see 70, but with the rain, if we're not able to see that move out of here, maybe mid to upper 60s.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
CBS Mornings is next.